We all understand the importance of having good relationships in our life. We all want good relationships, but sometimes in our life, we'll end up in a situation that our relationships do not go the way we want them to go. And when our relationships go bad, then there comes a lot of pain and sufferance. So, to understand this, there has been a research done in the Harvard Medical School which says that people who lack good relationships in their life, they are 50% higher risk of premature death from all causes. To understand this better, this risk is equivalent to the risk of smoking 15 cigarettes a day. So it is that risky. So having a good relationship is a must if you want to live happy and healthy life. How to do it? Ladies and gentlemen, today I am going to share 4 practices which are very simple in nature to adopt. But if we adopt, this is going to make our life and make our relationships much more stronger. Practice number 1, stay connected. It's very important in any kind of relationship to spend time together. Maybe it's a friends get together or a community gathering, family get together, any kind of occasion is there. You have to spend quality time with each other and try to use these opportunities to build up the relationship. And when I say spend a quality time, what I mean is, I remember that few days back I went to a marriage function, and there I was sitting with a couple of my relatives, and all of a sudden I noticed one thing there, that while I was checking my social media status and other things, I noticed that most of the people are just doing this. They're checking up their social media and other stuff on their mobile phone. So that kind of sitting together is not spending time together. So in such kind of occasions, it's better to keep this gadget aside for some time and start discussing with the people. Share your ideas, share whatever is happening in your life. Let them share what is happening in their life. When we understand each other better, that makes the relationship stronger. So spend quality time with each other. So practice number 1 is stay connected, very important. Coming to the practice number 2, give respect and appreciate the other person. It is really very important, and it has profound effect on the relationships. Just imagine that 2 persons coming to you in a business environment, in the office, and one person is putting up the proposal very bluntly. Now, other person is doing the same thing with giving you high respect. So whom do you prefer if you are asked to work, if you're asked to select one person out of these 2? Obviously, you will select the person who is giving you the respect. It's very natural. We all prefer to interact and team up with the people who show respect in their behavior. This is very natural in human behavior. Similarly, appreciation plays a very important role. Even if you take example of social media, we tend to remember those people who have given some good feedback on our content which we have posted. Some people just press like, and some people give a detailed feedback, and if the content is good, they also appreciate. So we tend to remember those names very clearly. Okay, this guy has appreciated, because we tend to develop a sort of liking for that person who appreciates. So if this is like this, so when you start appreciating other persons and giving respect to other persons, all those persons around you will have a liking for you, and that makes a very strong relationship with all of these persons. So very simple practice, but profound effect. Coming to the practice number 3, be a very good listener. In relationship, you cannot avoid a situation of arguments. Many times it happens, and it happens with most of the people. So what happens in argument? When you just throwing arguments on the other person is also doing it. During that process, you also become angry, and when you become angry, your mind starts functioning at a very high frequency. Scientifically, it has been proven. And when you function at a high frequency and you are throwing arguments at the other person, you do not listen. If you can use the analogy, your mind becomes a transmitter which only transmits, and for that moment of time, your receiver part, receiving the other person's arguments, that receiver is shut down. You do not like to listen, you do not want to listen during that process. So argument continues and reaches to a deadlock position. There is no solution. What to do? What's the remedy? Very simple to adopt. Just for that time, be a good listener. Listen to other person's point of view, coolly, calmly. And when you listen to the other person's views, sometimes you try to understand that person also. And once you understand that, your opinion may also change. So listen the other person and give it a break of 1 hour, 2 hours, and after that you put across your point. Or next day you discuss with that person. And when that person gets the feeling that you are understanding his points, then he will also have the tendency to understand your points, and you will reach to a position of solution, and there is not going to be any kind of conflict. So to avoid any kind of argument, conflict, it's very important to have this habit of being a good listener. Coming to the last, fourth practice, don't expect anything from other person. This is the golden rule in any relationship. Maybe with your friends, your family members, your office colleagues, or whosoever. Don't expect from the other person. Other person functions as per his preference, as per his understanding, as per his choices. So don't expect that that person is going to behave the way you think he should behave. It doesn't happen like this. It is not in your control, and if you try to do that, you will always get one thing in return, and that is a pain. It will always be painful when you start expecting from the other person. The remedy is very simple. Do what is in your hand. Expect from yourself. In any relationship, if you want to do something for your kids, expect that what all you want to do for your kids, or what all you do want to for your spouses or friends. Whatever you think is the right thing, do it without expecting anything in return. This will make life very easy and peaceful, and the relationship will always flourish. There's not going to be any kind of problem in that relationship. So ladies and gentlemen, the 4 practices which I have discussed, these are really helpful in improving the relationship. Number 1 is stay connected, then appreciate and give respect, be a good listener, and 4th one is don't expect from others. If we adopt these practices, our relationship will definitely become more and more strong, and when relationships go strong, we become more happier and healthy also. This is Harsh Tewari sharing my views on relationships. Thank you.